Please be seated. Well, good morning. Today is a day of great joy and no rain. I am Ronald Weich, proudly the Dean of Seton Hall Law School, and I'm thrilled to be hosting today's celebration. Welcome to the class of 2025 and their family and friends who are with us today. Now, to start the festivities, please stand and join Emily Kavanaugh, a member of the graduating class, as she sings our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Emily, that was fabulous. I think we can agree that Emily has a backup career if the law doesn't work out. Please be seated. Now, there are so many people at our law school who do the invaluable work that makes our community so strong. Chief among them is Father Nicholas Gengaro, who has been a beacon to so many over many years. Please join me in thanking Father Nick as he comes to the podium to lead us in asking for God's blessings.
Thank you, everyone, and it's so good to see everyone smiling and happy and your families alongside of you. Rosemary Watola Trummer has been publishing a poem a day for almost 20 years. Known as Word Woman, she muses, "I want a word that means okay and not okay. More than that, a word that means devastated and stunned with joy. I want the word that says, I feel it all at once. The heart understands swirl, how the churning of opposite feelings weaves through us like an insistent breeze, leads us wordlessly deeper into ourselves, blesses us with paradox so we might walk more openly into this world so rife with devastation, this world so ripe with joy." Graduates of the class of 2025, you will leave here today degree in hand to meet a world colored by both devastation and joy. Your legal education has already given you ample opportunity to reflect on life's complexity. The story of humanity is threaded through with paradox. Your job, your vocation, when all is said and done, is safeguarding the American way of life by preserving the rule of law memorialized in a 237-year-old Constitution. Without fear or prejudice, you will use your legal education to assist clients in sorting through life's complexity. Pope Leo XIV is also beginning new work. He chose to address representatives of the world media just 4 days after his election, signaling the importance of the message he delivered to them. Exhorting the journalists, he said, "We are living in times that are both difficult to navigate and to recount. They present a challenge for all of us, but it is one that we should not run away from. On the contrary, they demand that each one of us, in our different roles and services, never give in to mediocrity." He explained no matter what one's vocation and occupation may be, within the church or beyond its confines, no one exists outside of time and history. Quoting St. Augustine, he said, "Let us live well, and the times will be good. We are the times." Let us pray. Lord, bless these graduates. Inspire hope in them. Through dedication and discipline, they have acquired knowledge and skills, equipping them for service to our nation as agents and guardians of the rule of law. Grant them their high destiny as your daughters and sons, effectively and ethically advocating for clients amid life's devastation and joy. Bless the families and friends who have been a constant support during their graduates' years of study. Allow them to know the heartfelt gratitude of their loved one. In his life and work, bless our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, Chief Judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit, the Honorable Michael Chigaris, class of 1987. Continue to sustain the 50th anniversary alumni in attendance and their classmates celebrating at a distance. Lord, accompany Seton Hall Law School and Seton Hall University in our mission, employing the gifts of the Catholic heritage to educate and enlighten. We ask your unfailing guidance for President Monsignor Joseph Riley, for Provost Katia Pasarini, even as she moves on to the presidency of Gonzaga University, and for Dean Ronald Reich, the university regents and trustees, and the law school board of visitors and alumni council. Inspire our outstanding faculty, sustain our administration and staff, invoking all the holy names of God, we pray and say together, Amen.
Thank you, Father Nick. I want to take a moment to introduce some members of the Deus Party. Our chaplain, who you just met, Father Nick, and continuing from my right to left, Associate Dean for Academics, Devin Corneal, class of 2003. Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, Jenny Brooke Condon, also class of 23. Associate Dean for JD Admissions and Career Placement, Claudette St. Romain. Now, Dean St. Romain is retiring at the end of this academic year after 27 years at Seton Hall Law School. Please give her a round of applause. Next to Dean St. Romain is the Dean of the School of Diplomacy and International Relations and Vice Dean of the Law School, Courtney Smith. To my left is our keynote speaker, Chief Judge of the Third Circuit, Michael Shigaris. Now, Father Nick said that Judge Shigaris was our honorary degree recipient, and that's not true. We're not giving him an honorary degree, but the only reason is because he has one of those already. There'll be a fuller introduction of Judge Shigaris later in the program. Next to Judge Shigaris is our Provost, Dr. Katia Passerini, today representing our President, Monsignor Riley. To the left, Deputy Provost and Professor of Law Eric Lilquist, Executive Vice President for Board Affairs and University Strategy, Amy Newcomb. Oh, nope, we don't have Amy here. Sorry about that. Assistant Provost for Faculty Affairs and Law School Assistant Dean of Experiential Education, Jamie Werble, class of '98. Board of Visitors Chair, Elaine Rocha, class of 1998 as well. Those 98ers appear everywhere. The Board of Visitors Secretary, Paul DaCosta, class of 2003. John Chiaya is a, oh, nope, skipping someone there. Not sure who I'm skipping. Peter St. Philip, not in my notes. Peter St. Philip, a member of the Board of Visitors. Thank you. John Chiaya, a member of the Board of Visitors and the Alumni Council President, class of 1993. Lynn Fontaine Newsom, class of 1981 and a member of the Board of Visitors. Board of Visitors Emeritus Member, and there he is there, the Board of Visitors Emeritus Member and Board of Visitors Emeritus Joseph LaSala, class of 1972. Next to Lynn Newsom, the Dean Emeritus and Professor of Law, Kathleen Buzang. And at the end of the row, our Grand Marshal, Professor Paula Francisi. Now, in keeping with a very special Seton Hall law tradition, I would like to recognize the Seton Hall lawyers who are here on stage today to present their graduating family members with their diplomas. What a proud day for them. And finally, I would like you to join me in welcoming members of the class of 1975, who on this occasion mark 50 years since their own graduation from Seton Hall Law School. With the class of 1975, please stand if you're able and give a wave. Class of 2025, I am going to be the first of many speakers today to congratulate you. But before I do that, I want to congratulate your friends and family members. Law school is challenging. I've called it a team sport. And these students could not have been as successful as they have been without the love and support of their teammates, whether those teammates are parents, spouses, partners, siblings, children, neighbors, friends, or others. So I ask our graduates now to join me in thanking their teams for the sustenance and love they have received over these past 3 or 4 years. As many of you know, this was my first year as Seton Hall Law Dean. Class of 2025, it has been my privilege to be your dean during the year we have been together. Even in my short time here, I have come to know many of you. And in the years ahead, I hope you will remain involved in the law school as alumni so that I can get to know all of you better. Arriving last summer, I took stock of this law school's assets. I recognized right away that it's a great advantage to be one of only 2 law schools in the state of New Jersey, and frankly, the best law school in the state of New Jersey. We are deeply integrated into the legal community of the Garden State, represented across the federal and state judiciary, the state legislature, law firms, government agencies, nonprofit organizations, and corporate general counsel offices. And our reach extends beyond this state, as Seton Hall graduates increasingly plant a flag in New York City, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and across the nation. This wide-ranging Seton Hall network represents another asset of our school, a passionately loyal alumni community. The graduates of this law school contribute so much to the program of legal education as adjunct professors, moot court coaches, career mentors, financial supporters, and, of course, as employers. The alumni community, represented here by the class of '75, by the parents of some of the graduates. Please join me in recognizing all these wonderful alumni. Now, thanks in part to our alumni, Seton Hall students have excellent employment outcomes, launching successful careers in every corner of the legal profession. I've seen that Seton Hall lawyers love to hire the next generation of Setonians, and it's no accident that a higher percentage of our graduates obtain valuable judicial clerkships than any other law school in the country. That measure of success is itself an asset, leading to a bumper crop of well-credentialed applicants hoping to obtain a Seton Hall law degree and to join this vibrant community. Our law school success is no accident. It is the product of another invaluable asset, the outstanding faculty, administrators, and staff of this school. My faculty colleagues are triple threats: dedicated classroom teachers, nationally renowned scholars in their respective fields, and world-class mentors to their students. I'll ask the faculty assembled behind me to please stand, and I'll ask the class of 2025. They don't listen to the dean, I'll tell you, it's like that. Class of 2025, please join me in thanking these faculty members who have launched you into your successful careers. We are also very fortunate to be one component of a venerable university, and I want to thank especially and personally our Provost, Katja Passerini, who is here and will be speaking shortly, for her commitment to our success. And as Father Nick said, we wish her her own success as she advances to become president of Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington. But the most important, least tangible assets of this law school are the values that it embodies. The faculty has worked hard to impress these values upon you, students, and I charge you to carry them with you into the legal profession. What are these values? Well, I'm just going to name 4 of them. Number 1, respect. Here at Seton Hall, we treat each other with respect. We engage in respectful, constructive dialogue, even about the most controversial, difficult issues of the day. We respect legal institutions, the judiciary, legislative bodies, the Constitution. Now, none of our institutions are perfect, and in different ways we work hard to reform them at this school. But fundamentally, we recognize the need for the rule of law. It is the foundation of a healthy society, and it deserves our respect now more than ever. Now more than ever. Value number 2, integrity. From the day you arrived at Seton Hall, students, you began to develop your reputation for honesty and trustworthiness. It is no accident that professional responsibility is a required class. Lawyers must maintain the highest standards of ethical conduct, and I know that all of you are ready to satisfy that obligation. Value number 3, service. A law license is a license to help others. Our law school's Center for Social Justice exemplifies this value. Our keynote speaker, Judge Shigaris, is one of many Seton Hall graduates engaged in public service. Indeed, service is embedded into the Catholic mission of our university. Whether in the public sector or private practice, whether through pro bono projects or other forms of representation and advocacy, you will have an opportunity to put your legal training to work as servant leaders. Mahatma Gandhi, the Indian nationalist and himself, by the way, a trained lawyer, once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." So the 4th value, the last value I want to highlight, is love. Even before I arrived at Seton Hall Law last year, I was told that it was a loving community, and that was right. I have seen that love in action. I have seen students supporting each other. I have seen faculty, administrators, and staff display compassion for students and colleagues in times of need. And our love is not only for each other. Professor Francisi teaches us to love the law. One reason we love the law is that we love each other, because law binds us together as a society, as a community. Martin Luther King Jr. observed, "Justice at its best is love correcting everything that stands against love." So we love justice, we love the law. Class of 2025, please continue to live these values in the years ahead. Stay close to your classmates, nurture the Seton Hall law community in the wider world, and continue to make us proud. Congratulations. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite to the podium Seton Hall University Provost, Dr. Katja Passerini, to extend a special welcome to our graduates.
Good morning. Good morning. I am pleased to be delivering this charge for President Monsignor Joseph Riley, who could not be here with us today, but wanted to make sure that you receive his blessings and regards. So I'm humbled to be here to congratulate the class of Seton Hall Law 2025. Today marks the culmination of years of study, sleepless nights, courageous decisions, and commitment to the pursuit of justice. What an achievement. You have made it, and we're so proud of you. Congratulations. To your families and loved ones, thank you for your support, your patience, and your belief in these graduates long before they even set foot in the classroom. To our faculty, staff, and administrators, and especially Dean Ron White, thank you for the extraordinary care, commitment, and excellence you bring to this law school every day. And to our distinguished keynote speaker, Chief Judge Michael Chagares, thank you for honoring our graduates with your presence and wisdom. Yay! So let me begin with a line that I believe speaks directly to this moment. It's been attributed to Justice Sonia Sotomayor, who said, "There are no bystanders in this life." Today, you leave Seton Hall not as bystanders, but as advocates, defenders, and architects of a more just society. If there is one reality that echoes through every courtroom, it is this one. Laws mean very little without those who ensure that they are upheld, without those who enforce the law, and those who defend the ones who are wrongly accused. And this is your calling. As attorneys, you're not just interpreters of the law, you're the guardians of accountability, defenders of rights, and builders of trust in democratic institutions. It's easy in today's world to be cynical about power, but lawyers, good lawyers like you, don't give up when systems are strained. In fact, they tend to apply en masse even more than ever to law school. And I hear, Dean White, that applications are very high this year, right? Great. So I'm told. Because lawyers, you step in. You ensure that power has limits, that voices are heard, that executive and legislative branches stay in balance, and that the rule of law remains intact. Whether you go into litigation or legislations, advocacy or arbitration, your tools, your words will be invincible because there will be reason, ethics, and integrity. Because what the world needs now, it's not just legal expertise, but moral clarity. It needs lawyers who can argue persuasively and act justly, who can navigate complexity without losing sight of our humanity made in God's image and likeness. You are prepared for this moment. You have read the cases, written the briefs, survived cold calls, and found your voice through your studies here at Seton Hall Law. And what a voice it is, and it will be. A loud voice. Yes? Can I hear a yes for the loud voice? Yes? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So as you leave this place, class of 2025, President Monsignor Riley offers you this charge. Be courageous, be compassionate, use your God-given voice for the good of us all. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Passerini. Now, Seton Hall lawyers have developed a reputation for leadership, and the chair of our Board of Visitors, Elaine Rocha, has epitomized leadership throughout her career. I would like to invite Elaine Rocha to the podium to offer welcome from the Board of Visitors.
Good morning, everyone. Faculty, friends, incredibly proud families, and most importantly, the brilliant class of 2025. What a privilege it is to stand before you today. As a proud alum and chair of the Law School Board of Visitors, I have to confess something right away. I walked across this stage almost 27 years ago to the day, and my first piece of advice to you is, do not blink. Because when you do, time flies so incredibly quickly. It feels like just yesterday, it really does, that I was sitting where you were, filled with excitement, nerves, and anticipation. Let me next say, congratulations, you made it. You stand here today on the precipice of a new and exciting chapter, ready to unleash your legal prowess on the world. To the class of 2025, you've deciphered ancient text and learned all the complex legal jargon that there possibly could be, and you've spent countless hours studying. I know, I understand. Whether it was in the coffee shops, student lounge, you honed your burning desire to understand the difference between a tort and a trespass. You've participated in moot court, where you discovered your inner thespian, channeling your Atticus Finch, your Elle Woods, your Matlock, or even uncovering your personal My Cousin Vinny, depending on your personal hero. But in all seriousness, what you have accomplished is truly remarkable. You have not only earned a degree, you have earned the tools to shape the future. You've learned to think critically, to argue persuasively. And trust me, I know there are family members and friends out there who've had to debate you over meals or dinner or lunches. I know, I've done it. And to advocate for those most in need. You are now on the cusp of a great adventure. And while I was thinking about how to kick off these remarks, I started asking some of the deans and some of the professors for those quirky fun facts about this class. Like how many of you perfected your cake decorating skills, or how many of you adopted a new dog named Judge Judy, or how many took up running as a stress reliever during law school? I did. But what I learned is what truly stands out about this class. The class of 2025 is something far more profound. You are unequivocally a class of fighters, and not in a combative sense, but in an absolute best way possible. You have faced down challenges, both academic and personal, with a grit and determination that is truly inspiring. I've heard some of the stories. You've shown an incredible capacity for resilience, proving that when the going gets tough, the Seton Hall Law graduates get going. You have supported each other, lifted each other up, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more prepared than ever to tackle whatever comes next. That is more important than any statistic. It is your defining characteristic, and it is something to be incredibly proud of. As you embark on your legal careers, remember why you chose this path. Remember the passion that ignited your desire to study law. The legal profession, believe you me, is not always glamorous, but it is a profession with the power to make a real difference. Lawyers are the guardians of justice, the defenders of rights, the champions of the rule of law. You are the future of our profession. You are the advocates, the counselors, and the problem solvers. You are the ones who will uphold the rule of law and protect the rights of the vulnerable. And you will ensure that Lady Justice's scales remain balanced even when she's had a long day. And that is a profound responsibility and an incredible opportunity. We gather at a time when the very foundations of our legal system, the very principles of justice and fairness, seem to be tested and challenged in unprecedented ways. The world outside of these walls is complex, often uncertain, and sometimes unsettling. You're entering a profession where your skills, your knowledge, and your moral and ethical compasses will be more vital than ever. And Seton Hall Law has equipped you with the knowledge, skills, and ethical foundation to make a real difference. As you embark on this next adventure, remember the words of Justice Thurgood Marshall: where you see wrong or inequality or injustice, speak out, because this is your country, this is your democracy. Make it, protect it, and pass it on. So finally, as you join the ranks of our esteemed graduates, you become part of a vast and fabulous alumni network. Welcome. A community of dedicated professionals who have walked this path before you. This network is a valuable resource. We are a source of mentorship, guidance, and connection throughout your careers. But more than that, it is a reminder that you are not alone in this endeavor. You are part of a legacy of individuals who have strived to make a difference, to bend the arc of history towards justice. So class of 2025, you're up, you're next. Make us proud, make yourselves proud, and remember, even in the most serious of legal battles, there's always room for a little humor and a lot of fun. Congratulations.
Thank you. Elena, I appreciated the My Cousin Vinny reference. We're so proud of these Utes. Now, it's an interesting fact of the Seton Hall Law School tradition that students choose the keynote speaker at commencement. And I want to call to the stage your 24-25 Student Bar Association President, Husnia Koger. Husnia has been a fierce and effective advocate on your behalf. Just yesterday, she won the Dean's Award for Outstanding Service to the Law School, and she is the one who is going to introduce our keynote speaker. Husnia.
Distinguished faculty, honored guests, proud families, Anne, Baba, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. It is my privilege as the Student Bar Association President to introduce our keynote speaker for this year's commencement, Chief Judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit, the Honorable Michael Chigares. Today, we celebrate not just the conclusion of our studies, but the beginning of our journeys as lawyers, advocates, and citizens committed to service. In that spirit, it is truly fitting that we are joined by someone who exemplifies the very best of what it means to be a Seton Hall Law graduate. Chief Judge Chigares is not only a proud alumnus of Seton Hall Law, but also the first federal court of appeals judge to graduate from our institution. He has dedicated his career to the pursuit of justice, not only from the bench, but through a lifetime of service. His commitment to the law is matched by his deep dedication to the broader legal community and to public service. He has served on the Executive Judicial Conference of the United States, shaping national policy for our federal courts, and on the Advisory Committee on Appellate Rules, helping to ensure fairness and integrity in our judicial procedures. Chief Judge Chigares has also lectured abroad on behalf of the United States Department of State, sharing insights about the United States justice system and the rule of law with foreign judges, officials, and legal professionals, exemplifying his dedication to advancing justice and legal understanding around the world. He demonstrates that service matters at every level. As chair of the Working Group on Immigration Representation in New Jersey, he works to expand access and improve the quality of legal representation for low-income immigrants. He holds leadership roles in his own community as president of the boards of his town's public library, West Bergen Mental Health Care, and the Torpedo Soccer Club. He has also served on the boards of organizations such as A Future with Hope, the New Jersey Lawyer newspaper, and the Historical Society of the United States District Court for the District of New Jersey, and is a former chair of the New Jersey State Bar Association's Federal Practice and Procedure section. Chief Judge Shigaris' dedication to public service is perhaps most profoundly demonstrated by his work as a hearing officer for the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund. In the aftermath of a difficult time in our nation's history, he helped families navigate profound loss and ensured that justice and compassion guided our nation's response. His role required not only legal expertise, but also empathy, fairness, and a deep sense of civic responsibility. What makes Chief Judge Shigaris especially meaningful to us today is not just his distinguished resume, but his ongoing commitment to Seton Hall law. As an adjunct professor for over 3 decades, he continues to teach and inspire in our own classrooms. He remains part of our community, guiding and supporting students as they find their own paths in law. He understands that true greatness as a lawyer and leader is measured not solely by personal achievements, but by a steadfast dedication to uplifting others and guiding them towards success alongside him. Chief Judge Shigaris reminds us that a legal education from Seton Hall is not just a foundation for a career. It is a call to serve, to lead, and to give back. His example shows us that our impact can extend far beyond our job titles, reaching into our communities, our profession, and the lives of those around us. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, a model of service, scholarship, and Seton Hall pride, Chief Judge Michael Shigaris. Judge, we are honored to invite you up. Thank you. Thank you.
So much. Thank you for that lovely and generous introduction. Dean Dr. Passerini, Dean Weish, members of the administration and faculty, alumni, and of course the class of 2025. I'm greatly honored to be part of this milestone day for you, your families, and your friends. This is a day of celebration, but also one of gratitude and reflection. You are joining a noble profession, one that I think can be fairly described as a helping profession. Attorneys help resolve problems. They help people in crisis. They help people to protect their rights. We defend the Constitution and are stewards of the rule of law. We often act as the voice of the voiceless. As a client once wrote to me, not all angels have wings. Some have law books. That's you. It's an incredible honor and privilege to help your fellow human beings as an attorney. Now you are an integral part, a partner with other attorneys and judges in the great tradition that is our system of justice. And I thought I'd start my remarks today by speaking about something of interest to all of us as attorneys and to all here, and that is how people view our system of justice. There's a lot of noise out there confusing people, whether it's called hyperbole or fake news or something else. Today's society has many divisions, and technology, while increasing communication, also depersonalizes it. There was a time when interactions consisted of less emails and more handshakes. You're coming into the profession at a time when I'm afraid public confidence in our justice system is down. But I think we have the greatest system of justice the world has ever known. Think about it. Our justice system stands tall as the place where heated rhetoric and uninformed opinions are rejected outright. We rely upon evidence and the rule of law. And speaking for the courts, they are a refuge for the powerless and the powerful alike. And they are venues where civil, respectful, and courteous discourse occurs. Hearings in court are not interrupted by shouting and outbursts from onlookers or abusive conduct. The courtroom is a place where all are invited and welcome, where the public comes to resolve its conflicts. It's also a place where the public, as a jury, tell us what justice is, where being right is more important than being popular. Without our system of justice, where would people go to vindicate their freedoms? The independent judiciary envisioned in our Constitution, as well as dedicated attorneys, are critical to our system of justice. Was Brown versus Board of Education wildly popular when it was decided? It wasn't. How about Loving versus Virginia? Sorry, I had to throw a few law cases in there for you guys. No, it was not popular. But there's not much doubt today that the rights vindicated in those cases were highly important, and the courage and foresight of the skillful attorneys and independent judges in those cases deserve the public's respect and should garner the people's trust. Our system of justice is critical to the functioning of our democracy, and a justice system that does not have the public's trust erodes our democracy. Yet the traditions of our justice system, such as the rule of law, make us what Chief Justice Rehnquist called the crown jewel of our system of government. We are not beholden to the political branches, and we are distinct from them. Class of 2025, we are all part of a system of justice, and we should all be proud about it. We are stewards of something very special, and we should share in the responsibility to support our justice system. So what do we do to improve confidence and trust in our beloved justice system? I think education is one important way. We can educate all of our neighbors, adults and children alike, to become effective citizens and leaders in our democracy, and to understand how the judicial system works to produce fair, impartial, and apolitical results. Survey results are clear that those who know more about the justice system are more confident and trusting in it. But other survey numbers about the lack of knowledge about our justice system would be funny if they weren't sad. For instance, 2/3 of Americans can identify one of the judges on American Idol, but only 15% can identify the Chief Justice. 3/4 of Americans can name the Three Stooges, but 3/4 also don't know the difference between a judge and a legislator. And only 1/3 of the people can name all three branches of government. Now, I'm pleased to say that substantial efforts are in progress to educate the public about civics, including our judicial system. Think about getting involved in those educational efforts. You can speak to groups of children, even adults. You can get involved in high school moot court. There are even people who teach adult civics education at community colleges. Again, I encourage all to get involved to support our system. There's a second way that we can educate the public about our system of justice, and that is simply by example. All your clients need to know that they are important and that they've had a chance to be heard. They may not like the end result, but people need to know that they've received a fair shake and that they were respected. We have the responsibility to promote these ideals. And perhaps your example will influence others to model your civility and respect and reduce the heat of discourse elsewhere so conflict can be constructively managed. Indeed, Chief Judge Hastie, who was one of my predecessors, he served from 1968 through 1971 and was actually the first African-American federal judge, once wrote that the lawyer's professional knowledge and understanding necessarily enlarge his role and potential influence on society. We need to be examples for our society. As famous American performer and social commentator Will Rogers once noted, people's minds are changed through observation and not through argument. So what do they see when they observe attorneys. Again, I think they see people involved in what is a helping profession. Helping others shows the best of our profession. For the sake of our system of justice, people must see and understand that we treat each other civilly and courteously, even if people in other arenas treat each other uncivilly. Preserving and promoting the public's faith and trust in our beloved justice system is a task for us all. So I'm going to leave you with a thought right now, though it's not going to be the end. May the people know that we are attorneys, not by our titles or by papers on our walls, but by how we treat them and how we treat each other. Now, all graduation addresses offer advice. You've heard some. I'm going to offer you another piece of advice. The enigmatic baseball player, Joaquin Andujar, once said that baseball can be summed up in one word, and that one word is, you never know. The fact is, you don't know. So my advice to you is to maintain flexibility. You probably have some idea about where your career is leading, and that's fine, but be flexible. There are a few straight lines in this life, and you will reach crossroads in your lives. Be flexible. Take a leap of faith. Life is long. You might discover what was meant to be your life's work, what your career passion is, an area of law where you become a pioneer, or where you can make the biggest impact in your community. I assure you that becoming a judge was not near my radar screen when I was sitting in your seat at my Seton Hall graduation. And I doubt it was in the mind of the guy sitting right next to me at graduation, Chris Christie, two-time governor of New Jersey. Be flexible. Keep your options open. Don't be afraid to take risks, and don't be constrained by your career plan today. All of this said, you should not be flexible about your values. Thomas Jefferson once said, lay down true principles and adhere to them inflexibly. You came to Seton Hall with core values, and with your Seton Hall education, you'll go into the world as ethical attorneys who will be inflexible about adhering to your new obligations, standards, and principles. To be sure, you will touch a lot of lives in your career, but I'd like to pivot for a moment to those who touched your life. You didn't get here alone. Behind you were people who supported you, who cared about you. It may be that they believed in you and your belief in yourself was shaken. Perhaps it was a parent, sibling, friend, significant other, professor, priest, coach, or coworker. Remember them today, and please pay it forward to someone else. Now, you may be sitting there, you graduates all are dressed the same. You may be looking to either side and saying, what's the big deal? All these people have done the same thing I have. That's not the case. You have accomplished something very unique and very difficult. You took advantage of an opportunity. It's an opportunity a lot of others don't have. Seton Hall took a chance on you, and you are now some of the best educated people on the face of the earth. Graduating Seton Hall Law School is an incredible achievement. Your achievement today is something that many of your parents and your grandparents could never even have dreamed of for their progeny. And you didn't get here by luck. You got here by hard work and great sacrifice. When others were spending time with family or socializing with friends, you were studying. When others were vacationing and enjoying the holidays, you were studying. When others were frolicking in the sun, you were, that's right, studying. I believe that you'll find your sacrifice and hard work at Seton Hall Law School will be the start of an important, exciting, and fulfilling journey. Now take what you have learned and put it to use for all of us. There is so much possibility hanging in the air here. You are the future, and the future is bright. Thank you again for permitting me to say a few words. And again, congratulations, class of 2025. We are all so very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Chigueras, for those inspiring, uplifting remarks. Now, every year, the students of Seton Hall Law School select one of their own to address the graduating class. And I was very pleased when I learned that you selected Najma Hassan. Najma, please join me at the podium to address your fellow graduates, the class of 2025.
Fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud families, and distinguished guests. Today is a day of celebration, a culmination of years of hard work, sleepless nights, and unwavering determination. It is a moment we've all dreamed of, and one that feels surreal now that it's here. Standing before you today as a first-generation Afghan-American Muslim woman, I am deeply humbled and profoundly grateful to share this milestone with all of you. For many of us, the journey to this day began long before law school. Growing up, I watched my parents navigate a new language, unfamiliar systems, and relentless challenges. Their resilience became my foundation. Their sacrifices became my motivation, and their belief in the power of education became my guiding light. As an Afghan American, I know firsthand what it means to live at the crossroads of two worlds, to carry the stories of ancestors while forging my own path. I know how vital it is to have advocates who understand the complexities of identity and culture. For many of us here, becoming a lawyer is not just a career choice. It's a calling to serve others. This means advocating for communities like the ones we grew up in, communities who start small but dream big. It means working towards a legal system that is more equitable and more compassionate. When we decided to pursue law school, we did so with the understanding that the law is not just about statutes or precedent. It's about people. It's about justice. It's about giving a voice to those who have been silenced and empowering communities that have been marginalized. As future lawyers, we've been given an extraordinary gift, the power to advocate for justice and to shape the laws that govern our nation. Let's face it, we're entering a legal landscape fraught with challenges. But that's where you come in. Class of 2025, I'm looking at exactly what this country needs right now. The next generation of attorneys, all staring back at me, eager to do good work and enact change. Yes, I know, the world out there is messy. Political divisions run deep. Racial and economic inequalities still persist. But remember this, every great movement for justice started with people just like us. People who saw wrongs and decided to right them. People who believed the law could be a force for good. As new lawyers, we have a unique opportunity and responsibility to shape this landscape. We're not just entering a profession, we're joining a legacy of those who have used the law as a tool for change. We've seen this firsthand from cases like Brown v. Board of Education to Tinker v. Des Moines. Lawyers have always been at the forefront of social progress. And as we stand here today, adorned in our robes, I can't help but think of the journey that brought us to this moment. We entered as individuals, each convinced we were the next Elle Woods or Atticus Finch. We survived the Socratic method, kind of deciphered the rule against perpetuities, and somehow managed to stay alive with each iteration of the Seton Hall Law elevator systems. And now we leave as a community, bound together by our shared experiences, a dream to leave our impact on the world, and the ethos of a Seton Hall lawyer. We're stepping into a profession where our actions can change lives and shape policies. Our real work begins now. Or maybe not now, but after the bar. Today, let us remember that we are celebrating our achievements, but also honoring those who have made them possible. Whether they are here in this room with us or not, it took a village, and now we thank them. To my village, my family, especially my parents, thank you for teaching me what it means to persevere against all odds. To my brothers, thank you for your unconditional support and love. Even when I doubted myself, you never doubted me. And let us not forget the professors who also guided us on this journey. They challenged us, they inspired us, and they occasionally terrified us. To the professors who could strike fear into my heart with just 2 words, Miss Hassan, I thank you for teaching us that sometimes the most important skill in the law is the ability to quickly think on your feet and to make it convincing. To the professors who filled our empty cups, and to the ones who fought for us to have a seat at the table, you are the backbone of this very institution. Thank you. And our community extends beyond just us students and professors. To the custodial staff, our school security guards, and the Cafe Denny baristas, you are the unsung heroes of our law school experience. To our dear co-counsel and friends, thank you for being our partners in this journey and for constantly reminding us why we started this journey in the first place. And finally, to everyone who has ever felt like they didn't belong, whether because of your background, your circumstances, or your struggles, I see you, and we belong here. So, class of 2025, as we leave these Setonius halls, and yes, Setonius is a word now, and we step out into the world as newly minted lawyers, let us carry with us not just our diplomas, but our commitment to use our skills for good. Let us use our legal education to amplify the voices of the unheard, to stand up for what is right, even when it's hard, and to create spaces where justice can thrive. Congratulations, counselors. May your briefs be brief, your arguments be strong, and your success be ever-flowing. The world is waiting for us. Let's go set some precedent.
Najma, that was fabulous. Hearing from Najma, hearing from Hosnia, you can see why all of us on stage are so proud of these students. Well, now is the moment that we've been waiting for. First Dean Corneal and then Dean Condon are going to call to the stage candidates for the different degrees that are awarded today. You'll have an opportunity to receive your diploma and shake hands with some of the dignitaries. So the rest can remain seated as people file to the stage, and I'll now call my colleague, Dean Corneal, to the podium.
Will the JD candidates please come forward to the stage as your names are called? Seton Hall has the distinction of being a member of the Order of the Coif. The Order of the Coif is an honorary society that encourages excellence in legal education by fostering a spirit of careful study, recognizing those who, as law students, attained the highest grade of scholarship. All graduates who are ranked in the top 10% of the entire graduating class will be inducted into the Order of the Coif, and this distinction will be acknowledged as your names are called. We can begin. Jonathan Akampora, cum laude. Alejandra Aguirre, cum laude. Caitlin Akrush. Mahima Alam. Brian Jeffrey Almanasi. Emmeline Mary Anderson, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Michael Asante Apia. Skylar Marav Aspire, cum laude. Maria Ava Baye, concentration in health law and compliance. Jennifer Beck, cum laude. Shoshana Benstein. Daria Beshentseva. Joshua Bay, concentration law and technology, privacy and security law. There. Elizabeth Benetti. Elijah Bland. Jair Bodner. Not here. Okay, next. Michiel Boldbatar. John Bonfilio. Courtney L. Botke, compliance and health law, concentration in health law and compliance. Sally Bright, cum laude. Danielle Brown. Samuel Brownsword, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Laura Ann Burkett, cum laude. Harrison Burns. Charles Bushman. Tyler Callaghy, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif, accompanied by Sean Callaghy, class of 1996. Jill Campione. Sean Carden, concentration in gaming, hospitality, entertainment, and sports law. Alexandra Hope Kavanaugh, cum laude. Emily Kavanaugh. Kevin Shamow. Christina Chatternook. Abbas Chaudhry. Concentration in Health Law and Compliance. Hei Sun Choi. Concentration in Health Law. Brian June O. Choi. Simone Seton. Husnia Koger. Courtney Marie Colangelo. Liam Cosgrove. Devin Cox. Christine Van Tassel Cromie, accompanied by Patricia and John Cromie, class of 1987. William Daly. Matthew James D'Amato, Concentration Law and Technology, Intellectual Property. Alyssa K. Dawson. William DeMartin, Concentration in Gaming, Hospitality, Entertainment, and Sports Law. Devin Droll. Connor Edge, magna cum laude and Order of the Coif. Sarah Elsa Howie. Claire Kathleen Fennelly, cum laude, concentration in gaming, hospitality, entertainment, and sports law, accompanied by Kathleen Noonan Fennelly, class of 1986, and Thomas Fennelly, class of 1990. Isabella Fisher. Emmanuel Fleetsenoff. Naya Foster. Christopher Fry, cum laude. Kevin Fry. Peter Galati, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif, concentration in gaming, hospitality, entertainment, and sports law. Peter Gao. Nicholas E. Garita. Camille Gasca. Andrew Galt, cum laude. Sophia Marie Gingaro, accompanied by Carrie Ann Gingaro, class of 1994. Nadia Ghazal Alcantar. Victoria Giordano. William Grabus, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Taylor Virginia Green, cum laude. Natalie Greenspan. Madeline Grumit. Santiago Guevara. Stephanie Jamie Guzman, Concentration Law and Technology, Privacy and Security Law. Emily Harris, Concentration in Law and Technology, Privacy and Security Law. Najma Hassan. Christine Hernandez. No. Sarah Salah Hobby. Zachary Hoffman. Brandon M. Hornlin, cum laude. Melinda Hoja. Madeline Margaret Humphrey. Concentration in Compliance. Austin Hunter. Isaac Iheke. Sam Imperato, cum laude, Concentration in Law and Technology, Intellectual Property Law. Jessica Ann Jemgosian. Daniel Jang. Christina Marie Janek, cum laude. Anna Giuliano. Abraham Kazmir, concentration in health law. Joseph Keller, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Dana Kitt. Timothy Knapp, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Christian Coe. Ardita Kamoni. Alexander Krukar. Bartholomew U. Lahif, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif, accompanied by Thomas Lahif, class of 1978. Alexander Langa, cum laude. Esther Larios. Joshua LaRock. Jake Lowry. Joy Lee. Thomas Lemons, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Elizabeth Lesso, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Brandon Lee, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Anna Claire Liss. Kristen Liu, cum laude, concentration in health law. Ariana Loretti. Ryan Lynch. Georgia Macedo Cardozo, cum laude. Victoria Machado, accompanied by Isabel Machado, class of 1998. Colin Marshall, accompanied by Jonathan Marshall, class of 1992. Darren Matos. Rachel McDonald. Jessica McGloin, cum laude. James McGowan. Kylie McKeever, concentration in health law. Kevin McKenzie. Pooja R. Mehta. Julia Michael. Mary Mikhail. Matthew A. Mingle, concentration, law and technology, privacy and security law. Myron Mintue, summa cum laude, Order of the Coif, salutatorian. Aditya Mishra. Elika Mohebi, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Cassandra Amalia Mojica. Ruth Mokhtar. Christiana Monis, cum laude. Shay Moran. Rosalina F. Morel. Casey Rose Morrison, cum laude. John Mustow III. Dhruba Mukherjee. David Thomas Mulcahy. Zachary Murray. Marissa Christine Nardelli, cum laude, concentration, health law. Catherine Rose Neff, concentration in law and technology, intellectual property law, accompanied by Robert Neff, class of 1991. Nicole Rose Ng, concentration in health law and compliance. Nicholas Nicholson. Jacob T. Norris. Brittany Paige Nosher, concentration in health law and compliance. John Nunez. Timothy O'Connor, cum laude, accompanied by Kevin O'Connor, class of 1991. Allison Schilder Updike, cum laude. Justin Orsini, concentration in gaming, hospitality, entertainment, and sports law. Anthony Paradiso. Samarth Parikh, cum laude, concentration in health law and compliance. Avani Patel. Krishna Patel. Priyanka Patel, cum laude. Rebecca Paul. Stephen Peretz. Will Petrella. Robert Pringle, accompanied by Robert Pringle, class of 1989. Amanda Christina Pumareo. Francesca Rachel Purcell. Ori Casada. Matthew Bajan Rafizadeh. Alfred Ragone, concentration in health law and compliance. Michael Riley, cum laude. Emma Grace Riccardi, cum laude. Lisa Rimmer Rowe. Ezra Rothenberg, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Nicolette Rubel. Julia Ruck. Joseph Russo. Hank Schleffler. Anthony Schloss. Andrew Scott. Joanna Scotti, cum laude. Omar Serrano, cum laude. Damiano Servideo, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Peter J. Shaw. Simon Shapiro. Alexander Seaberth. Julia Rose Silberfine. Anveer Singh, cum laude. Matthew Smith. Ben Tyler Sobel. Peter Stokes. Charlotte Ann Sweeney, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Camille Ashley Taylor. Emma Catherine Taylor, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Randall Terhune. Claudia May Tayajan. Jack Tracy. Kevin P. Turner, concentration in health law and compliance. Michael Valenta. Emma Valiente, summa cum laude, Order of the Coif, valedictorian. Elizabeth Van Emden. Alyssa Joy Van Hout. Nicole Vargas. Melissa Velasco. Jack Vesper. Lauren Nicole Volo. Timothy Wagner, concentration in health law and compliance. Alexander James Walton, magna cum laude, Order of the Coif. Sposmai Wardek. Kyle Wavero. Maura Wester, accompanied by Thomas Wester, class of 1982, Thomas Wester, class of 2012, and Matthew Wester, class of 2023. A lot. Alexander Wilson. Jessica Wizawati, cum laude. Emily York, concentration, health law. Dostigale Yusubovich. Eva Zovko. Concentration in law and technology, privacy, and security law. Carla Zarita. And last but not least, Maxim Zwarich.
Will the LLM candidates please come forward on the stage as your names are called? Hernani Altos Mota. April Campos. Xiomara Corniel de Vasquez. Carissa Vienna Darsan. Kutluhan Arkan. Bastian Euler. Rachel Mercedes Janao de Leon. Rosa Giambroni. Gloria Estefania Huertas. Nasir Javed. Visha Khan. Jayron Nasibova. Matilda Pachut. Yaseline Maria Paredes Alvarado. Derenis Penzo. Milcy Haswe Polanco. Carlos Antonio Polanco Garcia. Edward Roberts. Samyuktha Sankar. Aturiwe Thanlire. Will the MLS candidates please come forward on the stage as your names are called? Robert Alexander. Jessica Bernakeets. Warren Black. Alyssa Antionetta Blardone. Brandon Blunt. Mary Chastain. Enoch Chibende. Jennifer Cirillo. Sarah Cox. Vivian Curcione. Matthew Cusinelli, graduating with distinction. Tiffany Donaldson. Nags Felicimi. Kimberla Gamble, graduating with distinction. Sierra Gibson. Morellis Gonzalez, graduating with distinction. Joseph Guerrero Gonzalez. Rayana Hill. Samantha Holzefeld. Daniela Janot. John Roland Robert Jonkins. Michelle Jordan. Karina Lacayo. John Manchester, graduating with distinction. David Marcano. Lori Mathis. Jocelyn Micolucci. Marilyn Monestein. LaShonda Morris. Marcy Patterson. Lita Peterson, graduating with distinction. Kathleen Pucciarello. Gabrielle Richards Hines. Erica Schweikert. Alexis Caroline Shoemaker. Christine Smith. Veronica Speaks. Deanna Stawars. Kenneth Swinney. Sandra Thompson. Iris Townsend. Nora Yerkuyo. Alina Weissman. And last but not least, Charlotte Whitehead.
Slow, yes. Well, I just shook a lot of hands. Please join me in congratulating our wonderful graduates from the class of 2025. Okay. So all of that leads to this moment when the degrees are actually conferred, and I'll ask Deputy Provost Lilquist to step up, and I'll say, Deputy Provost Lilquist, the candidates before you have completed all the requirements prescribed for the degrees of Master of Laws, Master of Legal Studies, and Juris Doctor. I have the honor, therefore, of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
All right, let's make it official. Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Laws and Master of Legal Studies please stand? On behalf of the Board of Regents of Seton Hall University, and in accordance with the authority granted thereto, I hereby confer on these candidates the degrees of Master of Laws and Master of Legal Studies for which they have been recommended by the Dean and faculty of the law school. In my name and in the name of the Board of Regents, may I offer you our sincere congratulations. You may be seated. Now, will the candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor please stand? On behalf of the Board of Regents of Seton Hall University, and in accordance with the authority granted thereto, I hereby confer on these candidates the degree of Juris Doctor for which they have been recommended by their Dean and the faculty of the law school. In my name and in the name of the Board of Regents, may I offer you my sincere congratulations.
I will ask everyone at this time to please rise and welcome Kevin McKenzie, a member of the class of 2025, to the podium to deliver the benediction.
Congratulations, fellow Seton Hall Law graduates. I am honored and grateful to offer the day's closing prayer. When Father Nick first approached me with the opportunity, I wasn't sure what theme to explore. In the meantime, the world suffered the loss of Pope Francis, who was a perennial champion of humanity and justice for all. I want to honor his legacy by citing his 2024 encyclical letter, Delexit Nos, He Loved Us. In it, Pope Francis wrote, "In loving, we sense that we come to know the purpose and goal of our existence in this world. Everything comes together in a state of coherence and harmony. Keeping in mind both love and justice, which is the aim of our occupation, please join me in praying. Just and merciful God, as we pursue careers in the law, strengthen our hearts to be true to the duties of the legal profession. Enable us to uphold the highest ideals of justice. Grant us fortitude when we encounter moral challenges in our careers. But please also dispose our hearts to act with compassion and reverence towards our fellow human beings. By reminding us daily of your own love for humanity, spur us to imitate you in the concern we show for our clients. Send your Spirit to accompany us and grant us wisdom. You have been our help during these years of study and formation. We look forward to your continuing presence in discovering what roles we will fill in writing the human story. With the gifts you have given us, we are ready to do your will in fashioning a better tomorrow. You show us that justice and love do not contradict each other, but in fact are inherently linked as facets of your singular nature. Pursuing one, we inevitably come upon the other. Giving thanks for the bounty of your blessings, we say, Amen.
Thank you, Kevin. This brings us to the conclusion of our commencement exercises. Immediately following the playing of the alma mater, I will return to the podium briefly to dismiss the Deus Party. Our Grand Marshal, Professor Franzese, will lead the recessional. The Deus Party will leave the stage, followed by the graduates. We ask that guests please remain in your seats until the graduation procession has passed. And now, the Seton Hall alma mater. The lyrics can be found in the back of your program. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2025. Thank you. Thank you all for being part of this joyful occasion, and we hope you will join us for a champagne reception back at the law school. I'll ask the Grand Marshal to escort us out.